saya Tingkilia, lulusan Bangkit 2021. Saat ini saya bekerja sebagai External Code Reviewer di Decoding Indonesia.
Saya Adi, lulusan Bangkit 2021. Saat ini saya bekerja sebagai Data Science Fellow di Jakarta AI Research.
Saya Najib, lulusan Bangkit 2021. Sekarang saya bekerja sebagai Data Scientist di Bisa AI.
Halo, saya Dharma, salah satu lulusan Bangkit tahun 2021. Saat ini saya bekerja sebagai External Code Reviewer di Decoding.
Halo, saya Alia, lulusan Bangkit 2021. Saat ini saya bekerja sebagai Culture Engagement Analyst Intern di CND Niaga.
Halo teman-teman semua, saya Harisno, alumni Bangkit program 2021. Saat ini saya menjabat sebagai CEO dari Jagawana. Dan juga saya bekerja sebagai Data Science di AI Tracking Working Group, sebuah tim riset dari Universitas Gadjah Mada.
Halo, saya Tirsa, lulusan Bangkit 2021. Saat ini, saya bekerja sebagai mobile dan cloud developer di Nongsa Digital Park, Batam.
Hai, saya Timotius, lulusan program Bangkit 2021. Saat ini, saya berperan sebagai co-founder dan software engineer di Bacara, salah satu top 15 capstone project Bangkit 2021 yang menerima pendanaan inkubasi dari Dikti dan Google.
Berkat Bangkit, saya dan tim telah membuat Jagawana, sebuah startup yang berfokus pada pencegahan penebangan ilegal yang mendapatkan pendanaan dari proses inkubasi Bangkit.
Terima kasih Bangkit, kesempatan belajar selama 6 bulan yang saya peroleh berhasil mengantarkan saya menjadi lulusan dengan predikat distinction di Bangkit 2021.
Bersama tim, saya bisa memberikan dampak di bidang kesehatan dengan membuat aplikasi deteksi dini penyakit demensia yang sudah tersedia di Play Store.
Sekarang saya siap memberikan dampak di bidang kelautan Indonesia dengan machine learning, dengan menjadi bagian dari tim pengembangan AI untuk terumbu karang bersama BRIN dan juga LIPI.
Saya telah berhasil tersertifikasi sebagai Google Associate Android Developer dan siap memberikan kontribusi terbaik di bidang teknologi untuk Indonesia dan dunia.
Terima kasih Bangkit, sekarang saya resmi menjadi Certified TensorFlow Developer.
Sekarang, saya menjadi talenta digital dengan kemampuan unggul di bidang cloud computing dan siap memberikan dampak positif pada Indonesia.
Bersama tim, saya bisa menciptakan sebuah produk aplikasi penerjemah bahasa isyarat Indonesia ke dalam bentuk teks dan suara secara langsung.
Terima kasih Bangkit.
Okay, good afternoon everyone. How are you guys? I hope all of you are doing well. I'm here also doing well. Before we start the session, I would like to introduce myself first. Once again, hello. My name is Angela Michelle Stopo. I'm one of the 2021 Machine Learning Bangkit alumni. If any of you have searched me on LinkedIn, as you know, my background is not an ICT student. Currently, I'm in my final year of an engineering physics student. So, for those of you who are also a non-ICT students, don't be discouraged. If I can be the Bangkit alumni, so do you. Aside of becoming a Bangkit alumni, currently I'm also taking a role as a facilitator. And I want to shout out to my friends from ML22. I hope you guys can gain knowledge from this session. So, without additional time, please welcome Mas Najib. Okay. Hi, Mas Najib. You're doing well?
Cool.
Okay. First of all, let me read some of your CV. Mas Najib, he took his informatic bachelor degree at UIN Sunan Kalijaga, Yogyakarta, and he pursued his master degree in enterprise information system at UII. And for his working experience, he had became a product engineer at Sebangsa Bersama, and then moved to Sociala, become a product manager. Currently, he's a product engineer from Decoding Indonesia, who will present today's topic, Develop Engineering Habits, Learning Strategies. So without further ado, the stage is yours, Mas Najib.
Okay, thank you, Angela. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello guys, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon, everyone. Hopefully you and your family are staying safe and healthy. Okay, let me introduce myself. My name is Najib Abdillah. I have been working as a product engineer in Decoding Indonesia. And today, we're going to talk about how to develop engineer habits and create learning strategies, right? So, maybe some of you think why learning code is hard, yeah? Especially in software development change rapidly. We are facing new theory, framework, concept, and method frequently. So that we must figure it out. It is challenge, right? Uh, Actually, technology and platforms change all the time. Developer who work in industry cannot using the same technology stack. All right, uh, they need to adapt with new platform, languages, and tools maybe that provide new feature and make development better. It means developer need to change or adapt to new technologies. So the answer, we must keep on learning, right? All technology will obsolete in years, and a new technology will come. For example, we are facing new technology like a metaverse, yeah, blockchain, decentralized system, Web3, and something like that. And then many some of you ask this question when ILT session, right? It's like how to start and understand code properly, because I'm struggle when learning a new concept and theory in different language, programming language, right? Okay, all right. Maybe some of you have already know about the growth mindset. I will emphasize about the growth mindset, especially in our industry, tech industry. This mindset is very important. Keep on your mind that ability, skills are not fixed things, right? That will not come from birth. So we believe that anything is possible to learn. Everyone can learn anything as long as we keep moving forward and never give up. Yeah, and keep this mindset to growth, so that we could set the strategies and how to learn in many ways. Sometimes we need a growth mindset to learn a new skills and become more positive and confident. And one of the most important thing, a growth mindset is focus on improving, so that enjoy the process of learning, right? And the next, before we going to look deeper, it's better to ask to identifying of yourself. We have a purpose in our life, yeah. So that we need to clarify our purposes. So start from the question: is it suitable for you? And then, am I doing what I love? Maybe, and this will emphasize you to really do some thinking about your why is. For example, I want to be Android developer, and why? Because I want to getting a job as an Android engineer with high salary in the unicorn startup, for example. And another example is like I want to be Android developer because I want to build my own startup and become an entrepreneur or indie maker, yeah, build and monetize by myself. Another example, I want to be Android developer and become expert in this field so that I can contribute in our community. I want to contribute in our country, maybe. Because knowing this line, yeah, in the beginning, it will motivate you to achieve your purpose, right? So first of all, identify your why and what's your purpose of your life. Okay. Yeah, James Clear, the author of Atomic Habit books, yeah, he said the key to building lasting habit is focusing new identity first. What is identity? Yeah? Your behavior are simply a reflection of your identity. Yeah, you need to create identity based on your habit, right? We have to decide type of person you want to be. It means start with the simple question: what's your identity? In order to believe in new identity, we have to prove it ourselves first. There are the three layers of behavior change. First of all, is change your outcomes. It means this level is focusing with changing your result. For example, become Android developer and or become a machine learning engineer, become a software engineer. And then the second layer is that concern about changing your habit and system. So if your goal is to become the software engineer, the process is like implement solid principle when I write the code, yeah, create a library and open contribute on open source project, yeah, something like that. And then the last one, the deepest layer is changing your identity. This level is concerned with changing your belief, your self-manage. Outcomes are about what you get, and process are about what you do and what will you do. And identity is about what you believe, yeah. So that it helps us because it will build and change our system in our mind. We believe that small things that we do today, yeah, we believe that small thing that we do today, it will impact in the future. All right. So that we need to create the system in our mind. Yeah, we believe on that. So that we start from the setting our goals, right? This one emphasizes to take a little steps. There is not going to be do a lot of things and reduce unnecessary works. Yeah, it will help you work through the process and setting your goals and focus to achieve them. We have to make sure that clarity of our goals and make it clear enough. There is some components here. The goals have to must set the objective, what you want to do. I've already said before, we have a purpose in our life, so that we need to clarify our purpose in our goals. For example, I want to become a software engineer in this year, and make it a specific, make a more specific of your goals, and make a discussion on the specific of your goals. And then you have to measure. It means the goal could be tracked, easy to see the progress and the results. So that include describe the outcomes about your goals, and don't forget to take action, actionable step, some process that steps to achieve your goals, right? And then there are three components to set up our goal settings. First of all, we have the main goals. Yeah. The main goals is your finish line. Yeah. What goals would you achieve? And then there is a milestone. Milestone is the target that make you stay and try to achieve your main goals. And the last one, there is a goal-oriented activities. It is like some group activities that start with a small action. Yeah. So you need to setting your goals to define what's your main goals, and take the milestone and create a milestone, and what is activity. So there is a framework to achieving any goal start with a small action. Yeah, it will become a snowball effect into large result. Yeah, we can create clarify our purpose and make it easier to start our journey, and then create a better system of setting our goals. There is a smart framework. Yeah, this helps us to define more clarity about our goals. We make sure your goal in a smart way, right? First of all, is specific. I've already said before, put this into specific goals is the best strategy to set up your goals. And then measurable. Your goal has to measurable. Your goal needs to be measured. So we need to have a way to measure the progress that you are already doing, already did. You will work every day, every week, and every month, maybe, to get that. And we need to make sure about this. And don't forget that actionable. Take the action. It must be actionable and make sense and relevant. Your goals should align with your values and objectives, and also need to be relevant to you. And the last one is time bound. You have to set the date in the realistic way. Yeah. So let's take a look about the example. Yeah. The main goals is I want to become Android developer, right? It's like sounds in generic way. I want to become Android developer, Yeah, it's on generic way, generic goals. If I say I want to become Android developer and I create apps and make a simple hello world apps, the question is it enough for Android developer just create a hello world? Yeah. After I create hello world, then I claim myself as an Android developer. Yeah. Yeah. It looks weird. Yeah. Because it's not specific. Yeah. We cannot measurable. We cannot measure about the goal, about this goal. But, and then how about this? I want to publish 3 Android apps on the Play Store in the next 6 months. Is it a specific? Yes. Is it measurable? Absolutely. Is it actionable? All right. And relevant and time bound? In 6 months, I will have 3 apps in the Play Store. Right. So you can take the difference about this goal. Yeah. The first one is not specific, and then we have to make specific goals. Yeah. It's like I want to publish 3 apps on Play Store in the next 6 months. Yeah. So something like that. Okay, all right. After we set the primary goals of ourselves and find our primary goals with a SMART framework, it's time for us to create a milestone. What is milestone? Milestone is like a target you must reach to stay and on track to achieve your main goals, right? The milestone, it has to focus on the outcomes in several parts. Set the milestone in our goals. It will easier to track and measure. For example, there are 4 milestones from the main goals. Publish 3 apps on the Play Store in 6 months. The first milestone, I will build apps using Android architecture components. Yeah. So you have to always pay attention that the milestone is not activities. That's a different thing. That is different thing about the activities and the milestone. Milestone is the result, the outcomes about your activity. So, for example, I create 4 milestone here. For milestone 1, build apps using Android architecture components. Yeah. We could say the milestone is a checkpoint to achieve a finish line. All right. And then the next milestone, I create apps that communicate with API over the network. So there is a increasing level from the milestone 1 into milestone 2. And then I try use a camera with create apps and utilize camera X to capture image in the next milestone. So that we have to pay attention that milestone is not activities. That's a different thing about what we do in the activities. All right. So what is activities in every milestone? All right. We already define the primary goals and then set the milestone in the forward, and it's time to define your goals in oriented activities in the milestone, right? Pay attention to every step that we will do because these activities will be the action. We could break down into specific activities, specific action that will get to you to your main goal, right? You could set the plan in every milestone and set the target of the deadline. If you don't do this, it means you don't have a plan. So if there is have a plan, you have make no achievement. It will become unfocused and stuck when we run it. For example, in the milestone 1, the outcome is build apps using Android architecture components. So the activities, I start to create local data using Roam, for example. And then I read decoding tutorial and some code labs on there. Yeah. And then I learn and understand how to view model and live data works. So you could break down the specific activities in the first milestone here. So focus on the plan. What will you do in this milestone? It cover all activities about to achieve this milestone. All right. So after that, we already develop new habits. Yeah, sometimes real change in behavior comes from change in our habits. Achieving any goal start with a small action. Yeah, it will become a snowball effect into large result. It creates a better system of setting our goal and move into our habit. Some of these are more habit that we can create it, and it because unconsciously develop our new habit in life. It will develop because we always repeat all the activities on the milestone every single day. For example, we already achieved the habit as an engineer. We learn continuously. As an Android developer, we create a unit test, yeah, and writing a clean code, something like that. And there is more to set up all the activities, and unconsciously the habit will come to you. So it's create a better self of setting our goals and move into our habit, yeah, something like this. Okay, all right, let's move. Okay, learning a skill that could be investing to your life, yeah. At the first time, we don't need everything that we did must be perfect. The reason why, because the perfection could be subjective, right? So that we don't need focus to make everything that we did must be perfect. Yeah, just make it done and stick to your plan. Maybe this may relate some of you. Sometimes we got a roadblocks and we feel moody and get bored till many unfinished projects because the lack of commitment and procrastination, right? And then we learn something new, and there is many distraction around us, make change the goals and objective of learning new skills. Some of the ways the background is many daily activities on a daily life, like a college activity as a student, and then family activities, and then some work life, yeah, something like that. So from James Clear in his book An Atomic Habit, there is a interesting quote here. Building a system for getting 1% better every day. It means we implement this when learning a new skill. Yeah, just focus only 1% improvement daily. Okay, the key to do this is this consistently. Yes, absolutely, and you have to have a good planning and the timekeeping. You could allocate your time, maybe allocate the free time. For example, I have only 30 minutes in a day. I have only 1 hour. Do that in 100 days and see what happens when it comes to building of system of only 1% improvements and focus on 1% improvements daily. Until unconsciously you have already make a better version of yourself, yeah, in effortless way, because we need just allocate your time. Maybe you always make an excuse to do something, to do and to make something, and always a procrastination to do something, and we just allocate a 1% for in a day, yeah, just 1% improvement daily. So that the key to do this is much consistent. Locate the free time, and there is no distraction when you locate the free time. You can put choose only 1 hour in day, and maybe only 30 minutes in day. Yeah. All right. So, for example, imagine I want to learn new skills. Yeah. I have know my weakness. I know my boundaries are, and I want to start from the beginning. And for example, I want to be a front-end developer, so that I create a roadmap from my goals, and create a self-study to do that. Yeah. And create a roadmap includes the materials, skills that I have to learn, and then start from the basic concept on there. It could start for the fundamental things, yeah, and then allocate my free time only 1 hour in the day. I just focus one improvement daily, make it consistent. Till unconsciously, you have already expert in this skill in effortless way. Yeah, so that you create a roadmap for your goals. You know what your boundaries are. You know, you find your weakness, and you create roadmap for yourself to accomplish it with dedicate 1 hour, make a focus and 1% improvement daily. All right, you can imagine maybe you could do in different way to create a roadmap. For example, back-end developer, maybe I want to become an Android developer, and I created the roadmap, how to material skill, what I have to learn, and what the fundamental things that I have to learn, read the documentation and start from the basic, from the beginner, fundamental things until expert, right? So the key of the success of this theory is about your consistency to allocate your time, put your focus on there. Don't worry about I learned in the just a little bit in a day, yeah, because we don't know the small thing and will getting bigger in the future. All right, just put yourself and don't think you are make a small improvement in the daily. You have to create your focus and allocate your time and focus on make a 1% improvement in daily. All right, and see what happens. Okay, and then you can you could create a roadmap itself. Yeah, you could a roadmap for your goals. You can decide what to do and what not to do. Okay, we should not force our brain to absorbing juggernaut information at the same time. Okay, we should not to absorbing many information, a lot of words at the same time. So you could visit roadmap.sh. Yeah, that's very more information and getting closer to your goals. Yeah, it's already breakdown and to the specific and relevant things that's current situation in the tech industry, right? It will help us to pick the subject and material that we have to study and we have to learn, yeah, something like that. Okay, and the next, yeah, I want to tell a story about myself. Yeah, when I was student. Yeah, when I was student, I had just a few resources about the programming because we don't have material that we can study online. Yeah, just a little bit in study online. And one way to learn programming is by borrowing books from the campus library. And I initiate with my friends, 5 of my friends decide to make a study group at night in the coffee shop. Okay, the method is by sharing what has been learned from the books and making a small presentation about it. And then I help them, my friends, yeah, by teaching them subject that they didn't understand. All right, and get the feedback from my friends immediately. This method was very effective at the time because we were in a positive circle of friends and had a vision to move forward together, right? You have to pay attention to the people around you. And then your environment impacts your behavior, right? You have to create a circle that could getting a positive impact to your life. All right. Yeah, this method is very effective because we learn and we share to the friend and help them to teach the subject they didn't understand. Okay. All right. So maybe some of you start from making a positive circle into your life. Yeah. You can create or just you pick your friend to make a positive feedback to you. That will create environment impacts. Yeah, environment impacts and your behavior, and behavior will change your habit in your life. Don't forget to pay attention about what your friend you do, and we could create some study group, or sharing atau nongki-nongki sambil ngomongin sesuatu gitu yang bermanfaat. Okay, and the next, you have to stay focused, avoid many distractions from your phone, from the social media, in order to reduce procrastination. Okay, and then I implement this method until now. When I want to make something focused, it will boost productivity, right? It's Pomodoro time method. Yeah, you could set your time in 25 minutes and focus on a single task, and then take a break in 5 minutes or 10 minutes. Yeah, we cannot try absorbing everything in a day, so you should learn and take a break, learn again and take a break again. Yeah, this is an effective way to learn and understand properly. Don't forget to stay focused about what you do. All right. Avoid many distractions, especially from your phone, from the social media. All right, because it will make procrastination to do something. Okay, and the next, you need to write down everything. Yeah. You write down even if you fail with your goal. Yeah, you should take a notes while learning something. You could take a note on the paper or digital notes. For me, I have a paper note, to track, manage your progress in easiest way. We could monitor the achievement. It could encourage you to make a good habit and stick to your plan, because from the behavior will become the habit, right? And don't forget to write everything that you will know, and maybe you find your weakness. I'm very weak in the algorithm and data. Make a journaling for yourself, and you try to write what will you do to do this, what will you to figure it out, what will you do to accomplish this. You can take a note under your paper and track your progress every day. We already know about 1% improvement daily, so what should I do? And then I create some self-study method to break down the specific algorithm and data structure, what we need, and then involve in a project to try to accomplish, implement the algorithm and data structure. And then you try to make a better version of yourself every single day. It means you try to make your environment itself to learn something and learn new skill, right? Okay, and then for the paper, we could monitor and track your progress. That's a good habit, and always stick to your plan, because it will help us to take a look back in the paper and what we do after this, because we already write down everything on that. All right, and don't forget challenge yourself. Yeah, for example, one of the most popular is 100 days of code. Yeah, the campaign 100 days of code. You code every single day and post it in the social media, and then, or maybe a 10 hackathon. Yeah, when I was student, I usually take the hackathon, and maybe you write some material that have to learn that, maybe in your personal blog, and maybe don't forget to share to your community and circle. All right. Okay, and the last word, the quotes from Tan Malaka, the founding father of Indonesian Republic. Yeah, terbentur, 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 and then terbentuk. Yeah. Maybe it will struggle and difficult at the first time, but trust me, it will be done. Okay, and I'm Najib Abdillah. Thank you.
Okay, that's a great presentation from Mas Najib. Thank you for sharing. We learned a lot. And yeah, I think there are some questions at the comments. would you mind me to read it out loud? Okay. Sure, there is Amar Lutfi. He asked, what if we find out that we are not suitable or not talented with the scope of IT work? What do we need to do? Increase study hours, increase working hours, or maybe leave work, or maybe OOT? Okay,
All
what is
right.
your opinion?
So I will share about it's come from my personal experience as an engineer in years. If we find that we're not suitable or not talented with the scope of IT work, we don't really need to increase study hours maybe. For example, in my experience, when I was working, I'm trying to push myself to know about another technologies, right? It means I have done any patient to do that. So I try to make some little identify your why. Yeah, yes, already because I already say about identify your why for the first time. Yeah. Okay. It's better to ask to know myself. Yeah. The setting. I want to be, for example, I want to be Android developer and getting a job with high paid salary in the unicorn startup. Yeah, it's something like that, and it means we have to say about myself. Is it suitable for us? Am I doing what I love? Yeah, because very difficult if you didn't love that you did, right? And if you cannot find the reason, the main reason of you did, start to the breakdown as you work, to take a look back about the growth mindset. I increase my study hours. It means I increase working hours, and then is it to stick to our plan? It means I create, identify what I did if I become this Android developer. Yeah, and then you have to find your why the first time. What's the main reason to do this, so that you will find that it's suitable for you or not. Yeah, maybe that's it.
Okay, thanks for the answer, Mas Najib. Yeah, it's I totally agree with you that we have to restate again why at the first we want to pursue this job. Is this our dream job, or or maybe it is just the salary? Yeah. But yeah, I totally agree with you that we have to work with what we love, not what we want.
Right, cool.
Okay, another question from Labasu Bahagia. Okay. Have you experienced imposter syndrome and how you to cope with it?
Impostor syndrome. What's the detail? Could you let me explain what is imposter syndrome? I don't know. I don't know what is that, because many slight information about that.
Okay, let
Could
me
you?
Google it first.
Okay.
Actually, imposter syndrome is involved with feelings or self-doubt. You doubt with yourself, like
All right.
how can I become this, or can I excel in this job, something like that. That's imposter syndrome.
All right. Thank you for the explanation. Okay. Maybe for the first time, it's very anxious and worries about what we did. Yeah. So that's it's like a imposter syndrome to like this. Maybe we have some reason that we cannot explain to other people. Yeah. And then we give up until we don't know what the time is finished to do that. For me, I especially take the obstacle to take a break for a long time. Maybe I try to look back and take a break for a long time and think and getting feedback from my friends and getting feedback from family, and decide again and create a plan again, set the new strategies to obstacle of that. Yeah. Maybe that's it. Hello? Can you hear me?
Okay, move forward to another question from Reza Juliandri. How to prevent burnout as a software engineer? Sometimes, while we have a lot of projects, the burnout comes, and it disrupts the progress of doing the project.
All right. Sometimes burnout is very challenging. It's like we could set and manage the task because of burnout is sometimes happen to me. Yeah. We have a lot of project that burnout comes, and we can communicate with our product manager. And then we can communicate and deal the solution for that. And for me, if you feel a burnout as a software engineer, just take a break and hang out with your friends, maybe, and find your healing, yeah, something like that. And then maybe you just take a staycation and break again and learn again and make your focus in a work you can find in other days. Yeah, maybe in my solution like that.
Okay, great answers. Move forward to another question from Fairy Tale. How to measure our skills if it's already met or fulfill the requirements for IT industry? I mean, even if we already have some set skills, but we didn't know for sure if we is already enough.
Okay, all right. So let's move about this. Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready. Okay. We all know, is it my skill enough for the fulfill the industry? First of all, you can find your weakness first. Yeah, even if we already some skill, but we didn't know, yeah, for sure if we are already enough. Uh, and you try to find out what your boundaries are and find your weakness. And you could create a roadmap of yourself to accomplish it. For example, I want to join this startup company, and I will check the job description in the job vacancy, and there is some skill that will fulfill to apply this job. And then I feel find my weakness. For example, I cannot do unit testing, for example, so that I can learn and create a your map there and start from the basic concept. It could start from the fundamental things to accomplish a unit testing, right? And then allocate your time, and you allocate 1 hour to the focus improvement daily in 1%. Yeah, maybe it will class the obstacles about that.
Okay, great answer. So if I may to sum it up, we have to know our weaknesses first, and then we build our strategy how to cope with it.
All right.
Okay, but yeah, actually, I want to ask: is certification is enough for us to compete in the industry world?
All right. It depends. Yeah, it depends. I have a friend. She is already get a international certification, but when they try to find a job and the company they revisit it, and it means maybe in some case certification has a it is a plus value to apply the job, but in several cases there is that is like not suitable for the company. Company just need the more skill about it. It's not just in the certification materials. Maybe, for example, you have to adapt with the solid principle, how to write a clean code. Yeah, and that's outside from the material and the certification. For some reason, you have to build your portfolio, and maybe you try to create a little project and share in your repositories, and then you try to create a mini project and contribute and open source. It will help you to highlight in the company, for my opinion.
Okay, so portfolio is also important things here for an IT working experience. Okay, yeah, I just want to remind all of you that please do not hesitate to put your question at the comment. We are still waiting for your question, and there is one question from Janavi Putri.
Hi, Mbak
Is there
Janavi.
any tips on avoiding procrastinating for uni students?
All right, that's a good question. Yeah, avoid the procrastination. First of all, maintain your focus, right? Avoid many distraction. It's like your phone, and it's like a social media. And one of the most important thing, you have to have a plan. Have the plan today. I would like to create a project, and I want to learn a new skills, right? And then maybe you avoid unnecessary works. Yeah, it's like maybe you also distract many things that unnecessary work. Yeah, you have to focus on and maintain your focus on that. Yeah, maybe it will help you to avoid procrastination, right? For me, I set my focus. It's like using the Pomodoro method, 20 minutes long for a single task. I have to focus to do and to make something on there, and then take a break, only 5 minutes and 10 minutes. In a break, I check my phone and check my WhatsApp maybe, and I check the scroll Twitter timeline and social media, and then I play with my son. Yeah, in 5 and 10 minutes. Yeah, so the important thing, you have to stick to your plan. You have a plan today. Maybe just locate 30 minutes on 1 hour in a day. It's not difficult. Yeah, it's not difficult. So it will be done. So you have to stick to your plan and maintain your focus. That's my opinion.
Okay, thanks for your opinion. Yeah, I also have heard that better we do new habits a little, like maybe read 15 pages a day, then do not do anything at all. Yeah, and yeah, we will move forward to another question from Andika Bahari. How you synchronize habits and routines, and somehow those two things are hard to cooperate. Habits
All right.
and routine.
Okay, yeah. Habits, because of my routine and the create habits, right? For example, we already set the main goals. Yeah, we already, for example, like this, we already set the main goals, and then we create a milestone on that. And in the milestone, we have many activities. All right. So the key, yeah, we have goal-oriented activities in this milestone. You have to pay attention that every step. Yeah, it will break down. For example, I start to create a local data using Room. It means from this milestone, create the activities. So these activities unconsciously create your routine. Yeah. Your routine, you wake up in the morning, and then you open your laptop and the push commit to your code. Yeah, that's a routine, and become your habit. To become your habit, you try to make your code better and better. Right? You read the documentation before the code. You always check the discussion. And when you get stuck, you ask in the forum maybe. You get stuck, you check in the repository library. That's all the habit that already create, because we already learning continuously. Yeah. Sometimes is habit and routine is a little bit different, but it's synchronized. Because my routines become our habit, right? So yeah, that's all it will be.
Okay, Andika, I hope it answers you the differences between habits and routines. And move forward to another question from Wahyu. Hi, Mas Najib. What personality traits that you think that needed for information technology job related?
Okay, what's personality trait do you think that need for information technology job related? Okay, it's all about the job and the finding job. Sometimes, as myself, some of you become an entrepreneur in the company, and then some of you become a entrepreneur to create. It's like an indie maker. It's like build your own startup. Yeah, but you you did do think that for information, the technology job related, it will comes from your friend, and it will sometimes come from your networking, maybe. So one of the most important thing, when I was student, I was push myself to active in the community, right? Uh, I come to community. I find my friend is already take a job in the startup company, and then we got a lot of information. We got a lot of preparation how to get that, and how many what materials I can learn if I want to join same with you, right? So the easiest way, you could go to the community. It's like create a positive circle in your passion, right? Mm, for example, we can share to your friend and in the in the someplace, and we have create a small group, and then we try to sharing information about the job, and then we can sharing information about the high salary. We try to need and then create a preparation of myself, for example, and we find out our weakness. There is one component we could achieve, and then we create a roadmap to achieve it. Yeah, something like that maybe.
Okay, thanks for the answers. Move forward to Joseph. In Mas Najib experience, what are the hardest obstacle in your self-learning journey? Example, trying to learn a new programming language by yourself.
All right. The harder obstacle in myself, yeah, myself journey, trying to learn no programming by yourself. Okay, I want to tell the story. When I was graduate from the university, and then I work as a full stack developer and in the web development in the agency in Jogja. And then after a years, I pushed myself to learn mobile programming. Yeah, if you already know about the BlackBerry, yeah, I've already become a BlackBerry developer, and then there is a company and this company need Android apps, and then they hire me, and then I switch career from the web developer into the mobile engineering, right? That's a very different, yeah, very different, very different environment, different the languages, different the concept. We already know about the OOP in the mobile programming. We don't maybe we I ever study OOP in the university, but in the reality it is different. The reality is different. In the industry is different. Maybe in the university it's not enough, yeah, for my opinion. So that we have to push outside. In that case, I push myself to work in outside working hours. I have to put myself. I have to know about what I didn't know. I try to find a library and I a little bit oprek-oprek ya itu library. Kemudian and then I try to make it myself. So the biggest obstacle. Sorry to continue. I've already become an Android developer in the company, and the next year I have pushed myself to. I want to become the iOS developer because the motivation is the iOS developer has a higher salary than a BlackBerry developer, so that I do the same way. I allocate my time only 2 hours, 3 hours, 2 hours to learn about the iOS developer, and I bought my first MacBook and I installed this code on there, and I try to learn about how to make the iOS apps. All right, and the next year I become an iOS developer. Yeah, it means the program language is just a syntax, right? The programming language is just a syntax, for my opinion. You have to make a documentation as your friend, because we also need something instant to ask the mentor, and something instant to ask the Stack Overflow. We don't take a look back in the documentation. All right. For everything, it's just a syntax. The important thing is the logic is true. The logic is right. And then after that, I pushed myself to become Android developer. I can learn many things about Android and very interesting. And then I enjoyable to do that. And then until now, yeah. And no. After this, I will switch career into product manager. Yeah, and then right now I'm back to engineering again. Yeah, that's my little story about me about the obstacle in the programming language, right?
Okay, thanks for sharing. Yeah. Oh, there's no other question. Do you guys still want to ask question? We will be still waiting for you guys. Don't hesitate to put your question on the comment section. Yeah, about the reading documentation. Yeah, as we know that many research about Indonesian people, we don't like reading. So do you have any recommendation for us how we can make that new habit for that reading things?
All right. For me, actually, I create habit in reading in the last year. Yeah, I try to find books that I love, and then I read it. And sometimes I push myself to buy a books, and I read it and make a journaling about what I already read. Yeah. The most important challenge in as a software engineer, sometimes we could not read the documentation perfectly, right? Maybe some of you already take a look by the learning programming language by building a project, and we didn't take a look back in the documentation. It means that's the wrong way, because at the first time, especially you don't have experience in there, and try to from the beginner and try to learn. And maybe I recommend to you to read the documentation, because for me especially that's a crucial things on there. Sometimes you skip another part that's important when you get stuck. Yeah, sometimes you get stuck in the code, and I don't have idea or what should you do, and then Uh, Honestly, that's already right in the documentation. That's all thing. That's always always happen in my life.
Okay, so basically we have to run through all the documentation, not
Oh,
skipping it. Okay, sure. Move forward. There is new question from Konita Sobrina. What's your ultimate motivation that make you keep going towards your goals? And how do you deal with the external factors that hold you from pursuing your goals? Yeah, maybe your phone, your laziness, or anything else.
that's a good question. Yeah, what's your motivation? Keep moving forward in your goals, and how do you deal with the external factor? Yeah. Okay. Uh, Maybe some of you try to find your purpose of your life. Yeah, try to find. Be the type person of you is like James Clear said. Find your identity by be the type person of you. We have some goals to achieve, yeah, and then we have some purpose to achieve them. We break down the reason why we achieve it, right? And the breakdown, what's the main reason if I didn't achieve it, all right? Because sometimes the goals will obsolete. You have to evaluate your goals, and you have to evaluate and depending on your situation, right? The reason is why you keep going towards your goals is comes from the main reason. For example, in years, I want to be a software engineer. A software engineer is a high salary right now, and I'm motivated to make much money, and then I try to learn anything that I can learn. I try to accomplish the obstacles because because there is a reason to motivate it. But now there is a external factor we didn't know. We have to stick to our mind that what we do is has a possibility to failure. Yeah, has a possibility to fail. We have to adapt. We have to create a plan and change the strategy and have another plan, and the plan A, plan B, plan C, and until plan D, E. Yeah. If for the manufacturer, it's like pursuing your goals. Stick to your plan and make it simple. Yeah, make it simple. The method from the atomic habit, just like 1% improvement. That's simple. That's simple. You could allocate your 1 hour to do a 1% improvement daily. Maybe it's not difficult. All right. For me, it's not difficult because I can allocate a time. Sometimes I can allocate 2 hours for playing Dota games. Right. Why not? I can move the 1 hour and 2 hours to learn something new and learn new skill. Learn what I have done learned before. All right. We could deal with the external factor that hold you pursuing your goals. You could change your failure is okay, but you have to keep moving forward. We have another plan to do this. That's will receptive, adaptive to make a better version of yourself. Yeah, that's it.
Okay, great answers. Maybe it's about, yeah, if we want to move forward, we have to do some consistency while we are doing it, yeah. And yeah, about going towards our goals, it means that we have to left behind our narrow-minded things. We have to become open-minded, right? So, what is your opinion about the growth mindset things?
Okay, in my opinion, in the growth mindset, uh, we have the growth in our mindset that we put something in this industry. It means this industry, like a software development, that will change rapidly. The information is very fast. Maybe in the future there is a new framework, new tools, and new technologies. We didn't know about this. So keep on your growth mindset to can learn anything you can do. All right. Skills, ability, that's not fixed things. That's not come when you born. You could learn anything what you want, and you could become anything what you want. So we have to set this mindset and focus on improving, right? Focus, enjoy the progress, enjoy your learning, all right? Because in this industry, we cannot stay in the same technology in years. We have to adaptive to the change, because the software development changes all the time. We have to ready to do that. So if we have a growth mindset, we can set the strategies and learn new things in many ways. All right. Maybe the small action, it will take the impact in the future, right? That is start from the growth mindset. From me.
Okay, thank you. That's a great answer too. Yeah, actually, we are living in the industrial revolution era 4.0, and where the digitalization is already rapid quietly. And yeah, if we didn't know anything, just Google it, and then we right away. Okay, yeah, we are still waiting for you guys. If you have any further question to Mas Najib, yeah, he's an expert in this area. So please make sure that you didn't miss that opportunity to ask directly to him. Yeah, move forward. Maybe about developing a new habits. We have to learn continuously. How can we learn continuously without being bored or being left behind?
Okay, maybe some of you hard to learn, feel moody and feel easy to get bored when you when you learn continuously and learn something new. Maybe some of you feel that, but we have the growth mindset to do this. Keep on your mind learning in something new. It will become better version of yourself, right? And then I always happy when I learn something new, because we have a brains that's the gift from the God, has a million terabyte, in our brain. We could utilize to do another things to do that. Maybe for me, I just learned about the code. It's not just learn about the code. I just learned how to cook, how to plan, how to do something, and how to make a difference in your life. Okay. Maybe some of you very difficult to learn because you don't want to adaptive in your situation. But trust me, it will struggle at the first time, but it will be done. Yeah, that's it.
Okay, thanks for the answer, Mas Najib. Yeah, because there isn't any question anymore, I think we will be closing this guest speaker session. Thank you for your time and for your opportunity to do this session. And yeah, we learned a lot about how we can develop new things, how we can learn new habits, the learning strategies, how we can become istilahnya engineering yang tulen banget gitu from you. Thank you for sharing, Mas Najib. I think that's all for today's. Have a great day, everyone, and have a great weekend.
Thank you, Angela.
Thank you,
Thank
Mas
you all.
Najib.
That's all. Terima kasih.